The 1927 Liberty Wheat penny is more than just a cent. It's a living piece of early American history, minted during a time of economic optimism known as the Roaring Twenties. This coin represents an era when the United States was expanding industrially, culturally and financially, before the Great Depression struck just a few years later. Every 1927 wheat penny carries with it the spirit of that decade, an era of innovation, automobiles and jazz. The design of this coin is instantly recognizable to collectors. On the front we see the noble image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, breaking away from the traditional symbolic designs of liberty. Around Lincoln's portrait are the words, "In God we trust, liberty," and the year 1927. On the reverse, two wheat ears frame the words 1 cent, a design that symbolizes America's agricultural roots and economic growth. The 1927 wheat penny was struck at 3 different U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver D, and San Francisco S. The Philadelphia Mint produced the largest number, over 144 million coins, while Denver struck about 27 million and San Francisco produced a little over 14 million. Despite those numbers, finding one in mint condition today is not easy. Most circulated heavily through the economy for decades, losing their luster and detail. Collectors today prize coins that retain their original reddish shine, referred to as red in grading terms. Over time, copper oxidizes, and many 1927 pennies have turned brown or red-brown. Those that remain bright red are far rarer and much more valuable. A typical circulated 1927 penny may only bring 20 to 50 cents, but coins in uncirculated or near-perfect condition have sold for hundreds and sometimes even thousands of dollars. According to recent eBay sales, a mid-1927 Philadelphia wheat penny in circulated condition sells for around 50 cents to $3, depending on where. However, in mint state red grades, prices jump significantly. For example, an MS65 red 1927 penny has been listed for as high as $600 to $800, while an MS66 red example has reached over $1,000 in auctions. At professional coin auctions, particularly Heritage and Stack's Bowers, rare full red examples have crossed the $2,000 mark. The 1927D and 927S varieties tend to be even more valuable. The San Francisco minted coins, identified by the small s under the date, are known for weaker strikes, making sharply struck examples especially desirable. A 1927S in MS65 red condition is extremely rare and can command prices above $5,000. Even a high-grade 1927D can sell for several $100s when fully red with clean surfaces. Some varieties and mint errors from 1927 are also highly collectible. There have been reports of double-die obverses, repunched mint marks, and lamination errors, all of which can raise the coin's value. 1949 Liberty Wheat Penny. This small coin from America's past might just turn the tables for you. What appears to be a simple copper penny in your change jar could actually be worth far more than you think. Many collectors on eBay and auction platforms are paying surprising amounts for this coin, especially those rare and well-preserved examples. So stay tuned till the end of the video, because I'll reveal how much it's really worth today and how you can sell it to get the best price for it. The 1949 Liberty Wheat penny carries a deep connection to America's post-war history. Produced just 4 years after World War II ended, this coin reflects a time of recovery, industrial growth, and renewed hope across the nation. Minted from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, it weighs 3.11 grams and bears the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and quickly became one of the most iconic designs in U.S. coinage. The reverse of the coin features 2 wheat ears arching along the sides with the inscription 1 cent in the center, symbolizing America's agricultural strength and the prosperity of its people. The 1949 wheat penny also has some interesting varieties and minting errors that collectors hunt for. Examples with double die obverse features, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes can be worth much more than regular issues. These unique varieties are often sold for hundreds of dollars online, depending on how visible and rare the error is. A 1949D with a strong repunched mint mark once sold for over $400 on eBay. Even coins with small die cracks or lamination flaws can attract attention from collectors who specialize in minting anomalies. By 1949, the U.S. Mint had perfected the production of copper cents, meaning that most of these coins were struck sharply and clearly. That's why collectors value this year for its clean detail and quality. The transition from the war years meant the mint was back to using consistent metal compositions after temporary changes made during World War II, such as the steel cents of 1943. So the 1949 wheat penny symbolizes America's return to normalcy and economic strength. When comparing values on eBay, you'll see huge differences between ordinary circulated coins and certified mint state ones. A typical worn 1949 penny might fetch 25 cents, while a bright uncirculated MS-65 coin can go for $50 to $150. The most valuable pieces, especially those with rich red surfaces and no contact marks, are listed for thousands. Some auction listings have even reported sales close to $5,000 for coins in near-perfect grade. One factor that adds charm to the 1949 wheat penny is its age. Being more than most examples, 1953 Liberty wheat penny, this tiny copper coin sitting quietly in your collection, might just turn the tables for you. Many people overlook it, thinking it's just another old penny. But the truth is that this coin has surprised collectors on eBay and major auction sites with its unexpected value. Stick around till the end of the video because we'll talk about exactly how much it's worth today and how you can sell yours safely and profitably. The 1953 Liberty wheat penny carries a story rooted in America's post-war recovery era. It was struck during a time when the United States was experiencing economic growth and renewal after World War II. The coin's obverse features the timeless portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a design first introduced in 1909 to celebrate his 100th birthday, while the reverse displays the two iconic wheat ears symbolizing prosperity and agricultural strength. This simple yet powerful design ran from 1909 until 1958 and remains one of the most beloved in U.S. coin history. Minted in 3 locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the 1953 wheat penny comes in 3 varieties. No mint mark for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco. The total mintage exceeded 1 billion coins, making it seem common at first glance. But the real story lies in the details. Collectors hunt for specific conditions, striking errors, and variations that can dramatically increase the coin's value. The Philadelphia issue, with no mint mark, is the most widely available, but in mint state red condition, it can still fetch a few $100s. The 1953 D from Denver, known for its sharp strikes and high-quality production, often brings impressive prices when certified at higher grades. Meanwhile, the 1953 S, minted in San Francisco, is known for lower mintages and slightly weaker strikes, but examples with brilliant luster are highly prized. Now, when it comes to pricing according to online platforms, the range is surprisingly wide. On eBay, circulated examples typically sell for around 10 to 50 cents. However, coins graded by PCGS or NGC in top condition, especially MS-67, red, have been listed and sold for over $2,000. Some sellers have seen bidding wars push these coins even higher, particularly when the color, strike, and surfaces are flawless. Auction records from heritage auctions and great collections confirm that a few rare 1953 wheat pennies have fetched prices exceeding $5,000 when they were nearly perfect specimens. Collectors also look for fascinating errors that can send values soaring. Double-die obverse varieties, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks can all significantly boost a coin's market price. One notable 1953 D with a strong repunched mint mark once sold online for several $100s, and coins with visible die cracks or lamination. Errors are also considered rare collectibles. The composition of the 1953 wheat penny, 1958 Liberty wheat penny. This coin might turn the tables for you because certain rare conditions and errors of this final year wheat penny have shocked collectors on eBay and major auction sites with unexpectedly high prices. Many people assume the 1958 penny is common and not valuable, but the truth is that special varieties and high-grade examples from this year are in high demand, and the price difference between an ordinary coin and a rare one can be unbelievable. So stick around until the end of the video because I will tell you how much your coin might be worth and how you can sell it for the best possible value. The 1958 wheat penny marks the end of an iconic era in American coinage. It was the last year the United States Mint struck the famous wheat reverse design that began in 1909 with the introduction of the Lincoln cent. For nearly half a century, the wheat penny carried the image of Lincoln on the front and the two wheat stalks on the back, symbolizing national prosperity. By 1959, the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, making the 1958 issue the final chapter of a historic and beloved series. This alone gives the 1958 penny a special place among collectors. But what makes it even more interesting is the limited number of high-quality surviving pieces. While millions were minted, only a very small percentage remain in mint state grades with strong luster and no damage. Collectors always seek coins with sharp details, clean surfaces, and a bright red or red-brown color, and these premium examples are the ones that attract competitive bidding on eBay and other marketplaces. The 1958 penny is also known for a few notable errors that can greatly increase its value. Mistakes like off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, misaligned dies, and clipped planchets can transform a regular penny into a rare collectible. Even tiny errors that most people overlook can drastically affect the price. Online platforms show repeated examples of unusual 1958 error pennies selling far above the expected range, proving that this final year wheat cent still has strong market demand. Another important factor is the historical transition. By the late 1950s, the mint improved its machinery and production quality, resulting in fewer mistakes compared to earlier decades. This means that truly rare errors from 1958 are even more valuable because they are harder to find. Collectors pay extra attention to this year for that exact reason. Whether you have a Philadelphia mint penny with no mint mark or the scarcer Denver mint penny marked with a D, both versions can bring solid value in the right condition. The more original the surface appears, the higher the chances your coin can attract buyers looking for the final wheat. Design in perfect form. If you own a 1958 wheat penny, examine it closely for natural shine, sharp lettering, clear wheat lines, and especially if you have a 1945 Liberty wheat penny, this coin might turn the tables for you because some collectors on eBay and major auction platforms are paying surprising amounts for certain rare conditions and mint. Errors that appear on this wartime penny. Many people overlook it because it seems common, but the truth is that unique varieties of the 1945 wheat penny can instantly increase in value, and the final price might shock you. So stick around until the end of the video because I will tell you how you can sell it and why your coin could be worth much more than you think. The 1945 wheat penny comes from the final years of World War II, a time when metal resources were strictly controlled and minting conditions varied widely. This created unexpected variations in the quality and appearance of coins minted that year. The 1945 penny was made of copper and zinc And because so many people were focused on the war effort, only a few coins were preserved in sharp, untouched condition. Most entered circulation immediately, gathering scratches, wear, and discoloration. That is why high-grade 1945 pennies are much harder to find today, and collectors are willing to pay more for them. Another major reason the 1945 penny attracts attention is the possibility of mint errors. During wartime, the mint worked at extremely high speeds, which led to mistakes such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, filled dies, and clipped planchets. Even small errors can create a huge difference in value because they make your coin unique among millions of regular wheat pennies. On eBay, collectors constantly look for these rare varieties, and once spotted, the bidding becomes competitive. The historical importance of the coin also raises its desirability. Produced during a global conflict when the world was changing, this coin represents an era of sacrifice, resilience, and industrial pressure. Every preserved coin from this time carries the story of the people who used it during rationing, shortages, and constant uncertainty. That deep historical connection is one of the reasons why collectors still chase the 1945 wheat penny passionately. The condition of the coin plays a major role as well. Mint state examples with clean surfaces, original red or red-brown coloration, and sharp wheat ears on the reverse are extremely sought after. The more original the luster and the fewer contact marks, the more valuable the penny becomes. And when unexpected errors appear on such high-grade coins, their value can rise dramatically. Online platforms like eBay, Great Collections, and heritage-level auction sites often host rare examples of this coin that sell for impressive amounts. Whether the coin comes from the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco mint also affects collector demand. Each mint had different production levels and different tendencies for errors, which makes their coins vary in rarity and price. 1957, Liberty wheat penny lying around in a jar, drawer, or even loose in your change. You might be sitting on more than just a piece of history. You could be holding a coin that's worth a significant amount of money. What seems like an ordinary penny might surprise you with its value, especially to collectors hunting for rare or high-grade coins. Stick around till the end of this video because we'll uncover exactly what a 1957 Liberty wheat penny is worth according to eBay, online auctions, and collector platforms. And I'll also explain how you can sell yours for the best price. Liberty wheat penny, also known as the wheat cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features a detailed portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse showcases two stalks of wheat framing the words, 1 cent and United States of America. By 195, this coin had already been circulating for nearly half a century, yet its classic design remained unchanged and highly recognizable to generations of Americans. In 1957, the Lincoln wheat penny was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the Denver Mint carrying the D Mint mark. While millions of these pennies were produced that year, the value of any specific coin depends heavily on its condition, rarity, and any special features or errors it may have. Circulated coins are usually worth only a few cents over face value, but coins preserved in uncirculated condition or with unusual minting characteristics can fetch much higher prices. One of the most sought-after features for collectors is the coin's condition. Coins that are uncirculated, with crisp details and no wear on Lincoln's hair, coat, or the wheat stalks, are highly desirable. A 1957 wheat penny in MS-63 condition might sell for $2 to $5, but higher grades like MS-65 or MS-66 can reach $15 to $30. Coins with exceptional eye appeal, attractive toning, or strong luster can sometimes exceed even these values. Errors in minting dramatically increase a coin's value. For example, double-die obverse pennies off-center strikes or repunched mint marks from 1957 can fetch hundreds of dollars. A notable 1957 D penny with a double die obverse sold for over $250 on eBay, showing just how valuable even small minting mistakes can be for collectors. Full wheat detail and sharply struck fields further increase. Desirability, particularly for those seeking to complete registry collections. Market data from eBay and auction platforms indicate that 1957 wheat pennies in circulated condition generally sell for between cents and $1 depending on the coin's overall appearance. Uncirculated examples or coins with rare errors significantly outperform the market, with some selling for hundreds of dollars. Coins certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC can command even higher premiums, as certification assures buyers of authenticity and quality.